Hi, Keshav here. Welcome back. In this video, let's see how do we set up GitHub as source repository for ADF to maintain versioning. Alright. So to get this done, first of all, you have to have GitHub account created. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can get it created for free. Just browse github.com and there you can just sign up by providing your details and have your own account created for free. Alright. I got one created already, so I already logged into my GitHub account. This is my GitHub account where I don't have even a single repository created. I can just go ahead and create new repositories from here. Alright, so before going ahead and create new repository, let me just make few pointers on GitHub. So if you look at the hierarchy, right, it will look like this. So within the GitHub account, you can have multiple repositories created. Within the repositories, you can have multiple branches created. Within the branch, generally you will place your code. That's how the hierarchy look like. Alright. So what is repository? A repository is a basic element in GitHub. So if you compare with the file system, right, repository, we can say it as a folder, and within that folder we can have multiple subfolders. So here branches are the subfolders, those we create inside the repositories. In other way, we can say branch. It's a lightweight movable point. We'll have the commits inside the branch. Generally, we will paste the code. That's how it would be. So generally, when you create a repository, by default, it will be created with one branch that could be either main or master branch. Alright. So this is the collaboration branch, which will have the final code. What I meant to say is the code is running in production. So that final code would be there in collaboration branch. Within the repository, along with the master or collaboration branch, we can have multiple other branches created. Alright. Generally, in the real-time project, they don't do any development on master branch. So instead, what they do is they'll just copy this master branch and create feature branches, and they'll start working on those feature branches. For example, if multiple developers are working, even still they might create multiple branches for each developer separate branch, or maybe for all the developers together they might create one branch. They'll start working on their change request. So these feature branches would be the copy of our master branch. So whatever the script currently we have in master branch, that whole script will be copied to feature branches. Then we can start working on these feature branches. Once our development is done and validations are done, we can just merge the changes back to. That's how the development cycle would be. Alright, it could be any change request, creating new table or adding additional columns or creating new pipeline, whatever it is, just as per the change request, the changes will be done in the dev branch, or those changes again move to pre-prod. Once those are successfully executed in pre-prod, and with proper sign off, those will be merged to master. That's how it would be. Alright. Okay, let me take you back to the GitHub account and we'll play around here. I'm going to create a new repository. I just click on new button. I'm going to create a repository ADF repo, and you can create repository either public or private. Let me go for public for now. And if you want to initialize your repository, you can just create a file and initialize your repository. So you can add readme file where you can have description about your repository or description about your project. So that's okay. I'm just going ahead and creating a repository, and here to get started, right, so we have to have one new file added. I'm just gonna create new file from here. So I'm gonna just say test. If you go all the way down, there will be an option here to commit new file, and you can just provide your commit comments, or else just go ahead and commit a new file. Say there is a new file created. By default, there is a collaboration branch that is created as main. If you want to rename your branch, right, of course you can just go ahead and rename however you want to rename your collaboration branch to. So let me just rename to master. Yeah, it's been renamed to master now. And inside my text file, nothing is there. I don't have any a script or maybe nothing, no data at all. That's okay. Let's not worry about that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just edit this file. Let me enter some data inside that. So I'm gonna say, hi, how are you doing today? Just assume this is a file which has got our code. and you can just commit, provide your comments. That's okay. Either you can commit directly to master, or you can just go ahead and create new branch for this commit. So as I said, right, we have to have our changes done in separate branch. Later we can merge back to master once those are tested properly. So let me just go ahead and create new branch here with the name patch 1. That's okay. So propose changes. All right, so there is a branch, new branch created, that is patch 1. But if I want to merge this changes back to master, right, what I have to have, I have to create pull request. So see, there are two branches now here, master, which was default one, and there is a branch that we just created, patch 1. If I get into patch 1, open the test file, text whatever I enter, that text is here. But if I go back to the master, let's see whether that text is available in the master branch or not. We are under master branch. Let me open test file. So under test file, nothing is there, it's empty, because we did not merge those changes to master branch, right? So for that, what we need to do, as I said, we have to have pull request created. So I can just go ahead and create pull request. So in case if I want to merge those changes to master, so here for pull request, of course you can just give your pull request name. That's okay. I'm gonna go for default name. I'm gonna just create a new pull request. So there is a pull request been created. Now what I can do, that pull request I can merge to master. So I'm gonna just say merge. Of course you can just provide the comments. I'm gonna just confirm the merge. All right, all the changes are merged to master. Let's go back to master branch and see whether the changes are merged or not. Let me open test file. All right, see all the changes, the text whatever we entered and we committed in separate branch, right, those are merged back to master. So this is how our development cycle would be. So first we'll do the changes in feature branch. From there we can merge back to master. So your changes can be deployed to production from master, and master will have the final script. All right, so let's see how do we set up this repository as a source control for ADF. All right, so let me take you guys into Azure portal. So I already logged into Azure portal. I created already Azure Data Factory service. So I created, but I did not configure Git for this. Okay, I'm gonna just launch. Okay, let's go ahead and create new pipeline. Okay, before going ahead and creating a pipeline, so what I want to do, I want to configure the Git for this ADF services. If you just click on this drop down, you could see there is option to set up code repository. So currently we didn't have any code repository set up, so we can just go ahead and do that. So when you click on that code repository, it says that whatever the changes you are doing, those will be discarded. That's okay, we haven't done anything, so we are okay to discard. And repository type, just click on the drop down. You can set up either GitHub as a repository, or we can even set up DevOps as source repository. So I'm gonna go for GitHub. Here you need to provide your account. My account is this is the one, Keshav BR. So when you provide your account, it will ask you to log in. First time just you need to log into your account. Done. Now you could see the repositories, those are available in your account. So currently we have only one repository, ADF repo. All right, and what is your collaboration branch? So our master is collaboration branch, and here there is one branch it is trying to create, that is ADF_publish. This is for publishing our pipelines to Azure Data Factory services. That's okay, by default it will be created with this name. So at the bottom there is one option here. Generally, what are the changes you are doing here in ADF, right, in Azure Data Factory? So whether do you want to save those changes in master branch, or do you want to create new branch, or do you want to use existing branch? So of course we can go ahead and use existing branch. Let me not use that. I'm gonna create new branch. So as I said, right, we are not supposed to use collaboration branch, because we are in dev environment. Whatever the development we are doing, it is always recommended to work on feature branch instead of working on collaboration branch directly. So I'm going to create one feature branch here, fc_adf. I'm going to say apply. Here again, right, we have to select the working branch. So as I said, master we are not supposed to use as a working branch. we just created one branch, that is fc_adf. I'm going to use that as working branch. I'm going to just say save. So always I'll be doing my changes on fc_adf branch. From there, let's see how we can merge to master. Now I'm just going to create one test pipeline. Let's not worry about the pipeline that I'm going to create. Just wanted to create small pipeline just to let you know how we can do the changes and merge to master. So I'm going to just say test. Fine. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to create one new variable. Let me just create a variable test. I'm not passing any default values. Let me use one activity to set the value for this variable. One value like test value, that's okay. All done. See, if you observe here, there is a save option here. So generally if you get into ADF mode, right, so you can't see save button. I'll show you again. So let me just save the changes. When you have source repository set up for your ADF, you need to have your pipeline fully complete. Even though your pipeline is half done, if you want to save the changes and continue tomorrow again with your work, of course you can just go ahead and save the changes, continue again next day, right? So but if you don't have source repository setup, what happens if you want to publish, as I said, right, your pipeline should be completely error free. But if you have code repository, you can have pipeline saved at any point. Even though there are errors, still you can save. All right, so that is the main advantage. Now if I go to data factory mode and go to pipeline, see nothing. I can't see any pipeline here because the pipeline which I created, that is there in FC branch, feature branch. So how can I get my pipeline to Azure Data Factory services? That we'll see. So before that, let me select GitHub and we are into FC branch. So I'm gonna go back to master branch. Let's see whether we have our pipeline in the master branch or not. Nothing. So there is no pipeline in master branch. So that means whatever the changes we have done, we did not merge to master branch. If you want to merge the changes to master branch, what we need to do, we have to have pull request created first. All right, when you click on pull request, right, so it will take you back to GitHub, so where you can create your pull request. I'm gonna just say compare and create pull request. So as I said, you can give your pull request name. I'm gonna just create pull request. The pull request you can merge to master. So I'm gonna just merge pull request. I'm gonna say confirm merge. All right, the changes are merged to master branch. So now if I go to master, see there is a factory folder created, and inside that you can see all other components, right, pipeline, everything. Okay, now if I go back to Azure Data Factory and let me just refresh. Okay, I'm into master branch now. If I expand, so there is a pipeline under master branch. If I go back to FC branch, of course I could see same pipeline, right? So I'm able to see the pipeline, all the changes, those are merged to master, all good. Now, but still those changes are not there in Azure Data Factory services, right? So how can we push those changes to Azure Data Factory services? So for that, what we need to do, we need to publish to Azure Data Factory service. So for publishing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to GitHub. So if I try publishing the changes from FC branch, right, from feature branch, see here, you can't see the publish button is enabled. So that means you can't publish any changes to Azure Data Factory service from feature branch. You can only publish from collaboration branch. All right. So let me go back to the collaboration branch. Now see, publish button is enabled and you can just go ahead and publish your changes to Azure Data Factory services. So these all changes will be published into the branch that is ADF_publish. It's being published. Yep, it is completed. Now it will try creating ARM templates as well. All right, everything is done. Now if I go back to the GitHub, I could see branches. One is master, that is the default one, and ADF publish, which is created after publishing our changes. Then the FC branch that we created, and also patch which we created initially. All right, so finally we got four branches in this repository along with master branch. This is how we can set up GitHub as code repository for ADF and have your changes done in feature branch, and finally we can merge to master, and also we can publish to Data Factory services. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. In the same way we can get it done through Azure DevOps as well. Alright, I hope this is clear for you guys. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe for more videos from my side on Azure and also on Power BI. We'll meet again with a different concept. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.